Hey everyone, have you been searching for a home elliptical that actually feels smooth and doesn't hog your living room? I know I was, and after testing out the Sol E95S for the past few weeks, I think I found one that checks all the boxes. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this thing is built like a tank, but still manages to stay surprisingly compact. If you've ever lived in a smaller space, you know how frustrating it is when workout gear takes over half your apartment. The E95S folds up neatly after your session, so it tucks away against a wall without looking like an eyesore. And trust me, I've had ellipticals that felt like they were designed for a warehouse, not a living room. This one actually fits. One of the biggest selling points for me was the adjustable stride length. I'm 6 feet 2 inches, so finding a machine that doesn't make me feel like I'm cramming my legs into a tiny space is huge. The E95S lets you tweak the stride from 18 to 22 inches, which might not sound like a lot, but when you're mid-workout and your knees aren't screaming, it makes all the difference. I've used cheaper machines where my stride felt forced, and it's a quick way to kill motivation. Not the case here. Now, let's talk about the joints. If you've got knee or hip issues, ellipticals are usually the go-to because they are low impact. But some of them still put a weird strain on your ankles or lower back. The E95S has this nice, fluid motion that just feels natural. I've done 30-minute sessions without any of that achy after feeling, which is saying something because I'm not exactly a spring chicken anymore. It's one of those things where you don't realize how much you appreciate it until you're not wincing the next day. The 13.3-inch touchscreen is a nice upgrade from the tiny displays you see on a lot of budget machines. It's bright, responsive, and the interface is actually intuitive. You can stream workouts through the Sol Plus app, which is free, and it syncs up with Bluetooth, so your heart rate data transfers automatically if you're using a chest strap. I've tried other apps that feel clunky or require a subscription to unlock basic features, but this one keeps it simple. If you're someone who likes to follow along with guided workouts, it's a solid setup. Another little detail that I didn't expect to appreciate as much as I did is the tablet holder. Let's be real, most of us end up watching Netflix or YouTube while we are working out just to pass the time. Having a sturdy place to prop up your tablet without it wobbling or sliding off is a game changer. I've used machines where the holder was so flimsy I ended up just balancing my phone on my knee, which is a recipe for disaster. Not here. Now, no machine is perfect, and the E95S has a couple of things I wish were better. The assembly was a bit of a pain. It's not rocket science, but it took me about 2 hours with the help of a friend, and we both had to double-check the instructions a few times. If you're not mechanically inclined, you might want to budget for professional assembly, or at least have a second pair of hands. Also, the fan that comes built-in is pretty weak. It's better than nothing, but if you're someone who runs hot while working out, you might want to set up a separate fan nearby. Overall, though, this elliptical punches way above its weight. It's quiet, smooth, and the build quality is top-notch for the price. If you've been on the fence about getting a home elliptical because you're worried it'll feel cheap or take up too much space, this one's worth a serious look. The stride adjusts to fit your body, the screen is actually useful, and it won't leave your joints feeling like they went 12 rounds with a heavy bag. So if you're ready to step up your home workout game without stepping on a landmine of buyer's remorse, the Sol E95S is a solid pick. Check it out using the link below, and let me know what you think.